tell.
Okay,
Like,
so let's do this. So we have to wash our hands with this.
if your legs,
soap
if your
and,
legs were, if
We're
your legs
screaming,
were
you're like
yellers, they would yell.
right now. Wash your hands and sanitize. You'll be alright.
Some of us have been here before, so you might need to reintroduce.
So yeah, those of us.
Some of us are not art lovers.
Stop pushing people.
Some of us are not art lovers, but they dragged us here to show what. Alright guys, so for one, I've always wanted to go to Nikkei Art Gallery, but never had the time to go around there. It's either, oh, I have a friend and I maybe cancel or something. So I just really had this idea over the week that we should just, go out, chill and relax by, checking out some very interesting art pieces. Myself, Rashina, are like art enthusiasts, and having, gone to several art exhibitions, I just really have a knack for, the finer things in life, like those things on the wall that cost 3 million naira. Story for another day. But anywho, guys, so we decided to, go to the art gallery, and earlier on we had an entire argument about where to go out to chill. Nancy absolutely isn't a fan of art, and I was like, fam, we can still have a lot of fun in an art gallery. So this was an attempt at proving to Nancy that it was going to be fun at the art gallery. Yeah, I'm not.
They call them dilettantes.
I am an art enthusiast.
Yeah, I verify her. I don't know about him, but I verify her.
No. So yes, we like art. Just we all have different tastes.
Please be all like art, like you guys.
She doesn't
I don't
like
like.
She doesn't like art.
She doesn't know what she likes.
So we need
Very.
to sort of prove to her that art is really interesting, and she sort of needs to like it before she leaves.
Art is life. Yeah. All you indifferent human beings.
Is this supposed to be Balog Market?
You can't touch.
She was gonna get his shoes.
So for one, on getting there, we're just enjoying and having fun. I didn't see Nancy again, so I asked because be your sister keeper. That's really the quote. And they were like, oh, she has gone to change her shoe. And before we left to work, I was like, babe, wear something comfortable and see what cut shoe. And she was looking as if she's going to go and see Mother Teresa. It's not really working like that. She now went on to change flip-flops. But me, I was just there taking pictures and enjoying the experience. Because in the end, you can't go to an art exhibition or a space for distribution and you just go there without taking pictures. I don't understand. What is inside your blood? You will take pictures and you will post it on the gram. I feel like the entire Nigeria has a picture of them in Nikkei Art Gallery. And I had to, do it for the culture. Pretty much. As usual, I didn't do makeup, so I had to look the part. So I wore my Louis Vuitton shoes, white heels with red bottom. And all of them were like, Nana, take it off, take it off, take it off. And I'm like, I'm not gonna take it off. I have to represent the brand. I am business. So wherever business goes, business has to represent Popcentral. And that's what I was doing. But it's as if they didn't like the fact that I was finer than them, I was hotter than them. I was looking like a woman with money. I was looking like their rich auntie. So all of them started looking at my legs and my legs started paining me. So I respected myself and went to take off my shoe and now wear my slippers. Yes, that's what happened.
Told her. She didn't want to listen. Now she's struggling and suffering.
Now this is very creative. Can you take a picture of this? I think we'll be doing a whole lot of. Can you take a picture of this?
Something I want to check this out.
What I feel like. Wear your clothes.
Pieces just looks really like enthralling and just like, oh, can I touch this thing and see how it actually feels in real life? But you know that there's no touching. I kind of touched maybe once or twice. Well, forgive me if I did. But it was interesting to see, and I just really like the fact that the establishment had rules and regulations, so it was fine. No direct pictures, it's all right. We'll take pictures in front of the pictures because it's what art upon art. That's it.
Ooh, I have hiccups. This is not funny. Shit.
Remember this one? This one won something at Artex. I think 2 million naira. How much?
Amazing.
It was the busy painting of Ushudi.
Oh wow. Definitely does look
It was
like a shoe.
Ushudi. I remember this particular piece won. This competition was between this piece and one girl that did graphic stuff. So she made tiny dots. She made them rearrange and so all you need to do is stand behind them and you'll make your image.
Oh wow.
it will all pixelate and make your image. So it was technology
like
art. A giant board of pixels. So, no.
For one, I definitely enjoyed the fact that Rashine had a lot of, knowledge about art. He was legit our tour guide. He was just telling us about all the art forms, and maybe some of the artists he actually knew. So yeah, he has a wealth of knowledge in art. So yeah, I'll definitely give it to him because we both, planned this idea of going to the art plays until things probably didn't work out as we planned.
Because when you move backward, or you can see woman is leaning forward with her hand under her chin.
So I think he already shaped it out before.
And then there's this one who's doing the same thing.
Oh my god, these things are so obvious. The woman is doing like this.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Can someone take Nancy out of here?
I like this story. Careful.
All right, so I just want to say that going to an art gallery is not a contact sport, right? Laji is always touching people. You have a face man, you're always still touching people. He just shoved Nana. You don't understand the reason why you're there or the rationale. You're playing around, being a big baby, pushing people, dragging people's shirts when you could just be coordinated and go there and experience art. But okay, you just need to get Laju a feeding bottle and it'll be all right, that's all.
This would really be nice in like Muritala Mohammed.
Airport, yeah.
But they don't pay a lot of
They don't
attention.
pay a lot of attention to that.
Oh yes, the way I visual minister, you can put it there.
Or do you know the funniest part? Like tourists, people who are tourists, you know what they do? They actually find some of these pieces in the art, museum or wherever they go, and then art cafes, and then they get an idea, and they tell the same artist, they contact the curator, tell the same artist to make something elevated that would fit in their own industry.
Rashina had chosen to now go into full curator mode at this point. Jacket off, white shirts, blue jeans, white shoes, let's go all full curator. I figured, you know what, since you want to do this, let's just let you do it. Can't even stop you. Because honestly, it looks like nothing stops you but yourself. Eventually someone will, but still, nothing stops you but yourself, right? Fine, go on. And then I will not lie, I was leaning towards being like Nancy at this point in time, getting tired. Not of the art of the person who was talking, but getting tired still. Talk about blabbermouthing all the time. Always has to be the center of attention, but doesn't know shucks. Anyway, yeah, it be things, sure.
Where are we going to?
To the other side of life.
Okay, so 1 minute we're in, the next we're out. I know you're wondering why. Well, slight miscommunication between the CEO and COO, and we kind of just had to step for a bit. But the great thing is, though, don't get me wrong, we of course got to see even more art. Not in the same space, but definitely around that same space. I mean, although it looks kind of iffy that we're walking through the back, we're trudging slowly. But it's all good.
Okay, this is quite different. Let's see what it is. I mean, let's check it out. It doesn't exactly look like,
An art gallery.
It doesn't look like an art gallery.
But from
We have now arrived and we're moving into the art gallery. It looks like a house, very basic. I mean, come on, how are you gonna put art in a house? That don't work. If we're gonna put art in a house, you have to make sure that the house equally looks like art. This just looks like my condo, or like I'm going to an Airbnb, on Saturday, to be honest. I'm checking that, I'm calling that out. But yeah, you get what you get, right? After you've been sent out, I think at this point you get what you get. And we're walking there, we're having conversations, I and Nancy. I don't even know why I'm having conversations or why I'm engaging Nancy, to be honest, because people like and think, the girl don't know jack about art. I should be talking with somebody who actually knows about art. But sometimes you have to play savior.
I think I'm joking. Like old people who are legit looking at young boys.
yeah. Now this I can relate to, but not this. This is like a primary school child work.
Yeah, so the thing is, this work is elevated. It's for elevated minds. That you can easily connect to that because it's primary. It's like red, yellow, blue, primary colors.
Alright, so Nana points at an art and she says, oh, this I can relate to, not this. And I know what she's pointing to. She's pointing at, a hyper-realism portrait. Again, another portrait. Art is not about portraits, right? you need to connect to the story on the wall. So it's much more than a portrait. And I know why she can relate to it, because it's a simple portrait on the wall with a girl who's crying. You know, anybody can just attribute anything to a girl who's crying. She probably has lost her mom, she's crying about the world, you know, someone, I don't know, you know, people cry, right? So if you put anybody who's crying on a portrait, I'm gonna connect to it because I don't know what they're crying about, but they're crying, right? And she said she can't relate to the other one. Now, there's something called abstract art, right? The kind of art where you can see what's there, but you can't exactly see what's there. That's the point. And that type of art is not for people like Nancy, especially when you have a red wig on, but okay.
Nancy, what do you think it is?
A girl that she's
No,
pour
I
water
mean,
on
what do you
it.
think it is?
What do I think it is?
Like, is
Nana,
it
you must
drawing?
like art
Is it
today. You
painting?
must like
Is it-
art. Look at
is
this
it a
art.
picture?
Deep. Look at it deeply.
That's you.
Is it a photograph?
Nana, look at this art deeply. It's calling you.
Okay, my main photograph.
It's calling you. This art is calling you.
No, wait, chill.
This one is calling you. Look at it.
Look closer. Look at it again. You show us a photograph.
If the person drew it,
Oh,
sorry. If the person drew it, this is nice. I love
Yeah.
this. I can
Charcoal
relate to
drawing.
it. I can relate to this, Chuck. Exactly.
Yeah, but this person got some serious highlights.
But now, Chris, can you explain what I'm supposed to be seeing here? A wave, see, somebody struggling for their life.
This
You
is
see?
abstract art.
You see, but you
It's
see,
called
no,
abstract
no,
art.
you see, the thing is, she's
All right, so guys, so we had to leave where we were to go to the next gallery because obviously there was a communication problem, which we always talk about here. You have to learn how to communicate between the CEO and CFO. So we had to move to the other gallery. So when we got there, I saw a lot of paintings, and they were like, "Oh, this is creative." And what was in my mind? I was like, "I can do this now. You just go and get paint and mash everything together, do, and hang it." And I say, "Yeah, I've created art. Can you see it? Can you see the way the brush was floating here? The strokes. You have to let your hand go. It's all about stroking. It's all about, like, Jesus is Lord. What's all this? What's all this? This was like a primary school artwork. Yeah, I'm gonna say it. It looks like it. So I don't know what you guys are saying, because there were some that you could actually see what the person was trying to illustrate, probably like market or a bridge or something. But there were some that it was just colors mixed together, just it up and down, and I'm like, are you confused? Are you going through midlife crisis? Is it menopause? I don't know. And yet you put it up there and people buy it. Whoever buys that thing, I'm sorry, this is my opinion. You too, you're going through a lot in your life. Because it's only crazy that knows crazy. Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. Thank you very much.
so eager to say what art is possible. She's giving.
Do you know what this
You're
art
giving your
does
own
to you?
definition.
It makes your mind think. That's what it does. That's why they call it
My mind
abstract
is
art.
thinking right
Because
now.
it's
It's
called,
thinking what that
anybody
is.
who does this type of art is called an illusionist.
There you go. I say, Nancy, this is the type of art that makes you think smart. And then she takes the other route. It means she doesn't want to be smart. Sorry. But to be honest, Nancy, it's, if you complain about art not being relatable, it's not about being relatable most of the time. Sometimes art is just there for you to stare and wonder, you know, what the hell is this? Like, what am I looking at? It just makes your mind, you know, ponder. That's the essence of art. Like, it disturbs your mind. Like, what is going on? What am I looking at? Why is it so good, but yet so bad, and yet so, you know, it's a lot of things that's happening. Sometimes you don't have to get it, and that's just it. So, in other news, Nana's a smart human being, but she's not, you know, she's not art oriented, she's not art inclined. And if you are a sugar daddy who's looking to take, you know, Nancy to an art restaurant, you know how they call it, I don't think you should, because, you know, the girl's just clearly, you know, not interested in art. And at this point, anytime we're going for things like this, we really need to put Nancy at the back seat. Yeah, just stay at the back. Thank you so much.
No, so in my mind, I'm like, okay, if I was this person's manager, I'm like, how do you want me to sell this?
You can sell it.
You can sell it now.
Exactly.
It's abstract art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there are a lot
Like,
of
because
weird
it is
people in
disturbing.
the
Like,
world.
it is disturbing. See, minimalistic is there. It's very affluential. God, you must touch it when you can.
Nana argues about how she can sell water to a well and how she can use her charm. I mean, first of all, she used her charm twice in front of me. Did not work. We still had to check. But then she says, how do you want me to sell this? Like, that is the most absurd question to ask, because art is one of those items that you literally don't need to explain to sell. What you need to sell is the narrative, honey. So if you really can't sell water to a well, I mean, coming from someone who sails at Popcentral. You're gonna ask me how to sell art. Baby girl, we're literally making art every day from 7 to 9 p.m. on our show. You don't know how to sell that? Come on, don't drag yourself like that. Don't do that, girl. Don't. We're outside. I felt famished, I felt tired, I felt all sorts of things because I did not prepare to come for this shoot. I did not expect, no, I prepared to come for the shoot, but I did not prepare to come and stay that long and have to, you know, move all around. It was a crazy hectic shoot, to be honest, and I feel like the experience was definitely different from the experience I had already planned in my head. So it was just like, you know, what's really going on? I'm a baby boy. I really don't like to do too much. I don't like to do too much. And then I was just like, you know, there, suffering from fatigue, you know, having all these Philistines, you know, asking me to walk on the road. I'm a celebrity. I'm a celebrity. That cannot be happening. All right. And I think that it's absolutely ridiculous to put me on a bike. But I'm like, okay, you know, we'll take what we have, right? And then these guys, you know, whip out 100 naira to pay for my bike. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll take it, as opposed to walking on the road. Did you see the sand on the road? If I had walked, it would look like, I don't think anybody who knew me from Popcentral would think that I worked on Popcentral that day.
All right, so guys, we had to leave the other gallery to go to the next one because obviously the other place, there was nothing to see there. It was just boring. Primary school artwork was just there. Now we decided to move to the next place. Now on our way, Rashinia asked, please, where is this place? The gate was just right in front of us, so we just needed to stroll there. But Rashinia was like, please, I can't. But I won't blame him. He was really purging earlier on in the morning, so I think whatever drug he took was already affecting him, so he couldn't walk. So as usual, I had to come in and save the day. Yes, I'm always saving the day around these guys. Sometimes I get tired of even saving the day. I want them sometimes to just like, you know, flop. Follow your ass, mess up, clean up your poop. That's what I want. But my dear presenter, my dear co-host was in need. So I stopped the bike, got a bike for Rashinia and put him on it. And there you see Rashinia from accounting, the baby boy on top Okada, driving to a place that is not too far. But where? So I and Laju decided to walk down because we're fit and we love walking.
About 7 years. I'm coming here every day.
Actually, don't blame us.
Yes, I know.
Oh,
I know. It's not your fault.
Because yes,
it's not your
so and we are supposed to take up our job.
Yeah, no, we can tell from his name.
As you are coming in now, I've marked your face. So
Next time,
So now we finally got into the estate and it was time to now, you know, actually enter to see the other art curation. And we're stopped at the gate. They were like, oh, who is the person you're looking for? We've not suffered one Ella before. This is the second one, you know, to plate the icing. And we're like, oh, we came here to see the other extension of the art gallery. I was like, who do you know inside? We're like, oh, we know this person. I was like, oh, wait, let them call me first. So we're there, guys, for like 10 minutes waiting for us to be allowed into this estate. Oh, stressful much. Like, I was already like very exhausted. Like, I was just like, what is really this thing? I came to enjoy art and now it's suffering. I'm sure Nancy was very happy now. She was like, Ojinitija, your eyes have opened now. You have seen it. Is it not art you wanted to see? This is the art of life you will be seeing now. That's it.
They're doing temperature on our body.
right now.
What is it?
Say access.
One after the
Okay.
name.
Access.
Thank you.
Madam.
Good afternoon, ma. Good afternoon.
Thank you. You have to say my name when you have
Sorry, are you saying we cannot do video there again? We're not allowed to do video there.
Okay, so now the lesson. Yay! Don't tell them they had to call. Someone said you have to call my phone name. Don't give the guy a phone name. But no, the thing that still killed me though was everybody was getting, you know, oh, this person access, that one access. Why did the guy not say 30G for me? What the hell? Why would? look me up and down. Who the bloody hell is Terry G? That you call me Terry? I mean, don't get me wrong. I like Terry G's music from way back, but guy, really? Terry G? Like you couldn't come up with anything? Yeah, you said, what the heck? Why Terry? What? See, having dreads is not a bad thing. But sometimes I think people just need to be educated about the fact that, look, you don't call me something because you don't know my name. You could just ask. And my name is literally on my band, like legit on my band. You could have just asked my name, you know. Bruv. Really? Terry G. Fine. Guy.
Sweet. I'm tuning videos together. It would have been nice if we could take it separately, but...
Alright.
They'll give you one excuse where I cannot work.
Now this is some pretty, eyelashes stuff.
Pretty eyelashes? Nothing.
Mascara on flick.
Okay, so you know what? We finally got to the other, the other apartments where, they have the art, and turns out it was actually someone's house. Though from the outside you could already see the art. Putting that mascara that Tom was saying was well laid. I still need to understand some things about makeup, I swear to God. I don't really know a lot about makeup, so I need to understand more about it eventually. I'll figure out the time to figure stuff like that out. Anyway, shall we got in? I mean, you look at the door, you see the metal statues, everything. It's looking really good, but also looks like something that would scare me in the middle of the night. I'm not really gonna lie about that. I can't imagine stepping out of my house in the middle of the night with no light anywhere, and I look to my left and the first thing I see is a literal giant metal face staring right back at me. All that's missing is for you to just blink and say hi. And yeah, you definitely have a horror movie or some very, very messed up Disney movie. Either ways, you have one of the two.
This is very beautiful. So is this like a private gallery?
Yes, perhaps.
Ooh, beautiful. I like when you said it.
You live with art.
You live with art, in art.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
with around, up, down,
Sorry, just
everything.
one question.
Yeah, about the stuff of the
Can I touch it?
No.
No, you don't. Even if it wasn't just in the house, and it was in a gallery, you don't touch it.
Okay. So who made that rule though?
Every time whether you wash your hands or not, your hand will have oil and grease on it. And every time you touch a painting, then you're putting that onto the artwork. So it's just to preserve it.
Okay.
Now we know why. Because also we just like, don't touch art. I'm like, alright.
Yeah.
Still, the stuff of the other. Again,
Which other?
I don't know. Just a.
So what material is this made from though?
What material is this one made from?
Filling with sand and sawdust, texturizing.
I'm sorry, what?
Sand and sawdust.
Are we allowed to sit on this one?
So we finally got to this space, nice space, and of course she introduced herself as Aino, and Aino is one of the descendants of the CEO. And I'm like, oh hi Aino, nice space you have here. And she was like, oh, it's not an exhibition, it's at home. Living at home with artworks everywhere, that is definitely something I aspire to do. Just artworks are pricey AF. But they looked really cute and it's such a nice space. Every extension, the book, the kitchen, everywhere is art. Beautiful space to live and develop. That's the commentary I have.
Yeah?
Agama, Lisa.
Yo, she legit is surrounded by. Yeah, I'm not going in there.
I am good.
Or in there. I'm good.
Am I allowed to enter?
That's a bedroom.
Okay, so I can test, like, sample the bed, right?
No, not in your life.
Can we sit?
I'm the only one that has respect.
Found this is so comfortable.
Intriguing. I like this.
All right, so upstairs had, like, I think, if I'm not mistaken, 4 bedrooms here. And immediately I entered, that was the first thing I wanted to look at. Like, okay, she lives here, and they're all, like, the bedrooms there, and I wanted to see it. So I entered inside, and there we had to take pictures, went to the next one. So, Laja, I don't get why you're saying, why did we enter there? People live here, this is someone's house, you don't enter. This is her house, and she turned it to an art gallery, so she expects people to enter the different rooms there, and that's why she locked her room door, because she doesn't want anybody entering there. So when you leave the door open, people are gonna enter. I admire what you have in there. That's how life is. Thank you. Yeah, but I loved all the rooms that I went to. They were good. But my issue is so many arts there. The lizards on the door. Please, did you watch Diamond Ring? I think that's the reason why I do not like art, because of Diamond Ring. the statues and everything that will now come and start haunting you at night. I didn't just like it. So I like to play safe. I don't want to wake up in the middle of the night and I want to go and pee and I'm seeing one statue that is looking as if he wants to come and bite me or is about to hypnotize me or is about to do something wrong or something bad is just happening in my family. So that's why I tend not to just even like art too much at all. So, but anyway, kudos to her. A lot of things there in that house. If I was living there, I would take out one by one because I would be scared at night. Diamond being kind of scared at night.
First of all, it's only another one loud. The rest of you will trek.
Okay, so please, we need your help. We can art gallery. Do you want to take care of my colleagues, please?
Yeah, can we enter?
All right, so we're done with the third art gallery and we're coming back and everybody was saying they were tired. And I think Tom or Lajo Rashina said we need to take bike. Okay, Tom was like, I'm not walking back, shower, I'm going to take bike. As usual now. The only thing she knows how to just do is eat. Because on the way there, do you know, Tom bought chips when we got there. Yes, she bought chips when we got there. And if I'm not mistaken, she ate before we left the office, but she bought chips. See, it's okay, no problem. So I was like, instead of us getting bike, why don't I use my pretty smile and my charm that I use all the time and let's stop a car. And these people thought I was joking. And yeah, my camera guy, Abuga, was like, that is it, let's go. He got my bag. So that's where we're walking down. I saw a ride and I just went. I was like, stop! Damsel in distress, stop! I was like, hi, please, so me and my friends, we need a ride to the art gallery. Please, can you just help us? Like, pretty please. And that's when the guy that told me, oh, sorry, I just got a ride with my man. I'm like, so? You're not seeing fine girl telling you to please just take us somewhere. You're not there for me that, oh, God, somebody just booked me. I was like, okay, no problem. Bye. You never get this girl in your car again. Please. A whole me. Think about it.
Okay. Good afternoon, sir. Stella Ibolowa.
Alright guys, so finally we're back at Nike's Art Gallery and yeah, because of everything that happened before, so when we entered, we decided to greet everybody, greet the art, greet the people there. I went to go meet Wole Soyinka and I greeted him. So many artists there. We're just being playful by greeting everybody there, but it was fun. It was actually fun. Now it was time for us to see the art itself. The art that they tried to convince me that art is beautiful. I know that art is beautiful. There are different forms of art. I love dance. I love singing. I love acting. They are all forms of art. When I see it, I appreciate it. But just because I'm not really keen into paintings doesn't mean I do not know what art is all about. Excuse me, ballet is considered an art, and ballet is one of the dances that people pay millions to go and watch. So don't think that because I do not like paintings, I don't see what it is in paintings, I don't understand art. I understand art because I'm a dancer and I know what it is to create art out of a song. So people, I got my opinion, you got your opinion, let's watch and let's enjoy the paintings.
They've done a great job.
This
so
is actually good.
Nike would never put something like this down. This is going to be on for a long time. Last time I was there, was still here. I think it wasn't here. It was actually somewhere.
What's it made of? Okay, this is
It's naked.
team this thing now, team covers, right?
Yeah.
And springs.
Some wires, some wood.